Florida woman tried to sell a guy a house that wasn't hers to sell. Oh, we're starting off with Florida woman, actually. That's great. That's fantastic. How do you even begin to sell a house that's not yours? And you're not a real estate agent or whatever the hell they're called. An 11-foot alligator busted through the screened porch of a Floridaman home like the Kool-Aid Man and jumped in the pool. Wow, somehow that alligator got through a screen wall. That's crazy. Why do all these pools look identical down there? Floridaman fails to pay apartment complex electric bill, prompting the electric company to turn off the power, which includes a nearby lift station, resulting in 630,000 gallons of raw sewage spilling into a river. Hooray! The people that run Florida are so smart. Floridaman is Hero of the Year after finding 2-year-old boy who had been lost in the woods for 24 hours. Good God. How? Floridaman boating through Cape Coral canals while playing music loudly, screaming, disturbing the peace, and committing hit and runs with multiple docks, arrested after trying to flee police in his boat. Really? In Florida, you're gonna try to run away in a boat? You think they don't have a contingency plan for that, dude? How do you say that? Quahog? Is that right? Quahog clam found off Florida man's coast, believed to be 214 years old. Is it its birthday? How can we figure it out? Should we ask? Florida man, naked man in Palm Beach says he's from a different Earth. I mean, he could be. What's that Earth called? Earth 4? Florida woman uses disconnected payphone to call dead relative from the park. Others find comfort by copying her. Well, see, that doesn't seem like all that... You know what? At the end of the day, who cares? Who cares? Florida woman, beat threesome partner after she makes disrespectful comments about their genitals? What? Okay. Florida man, wanted in Missouri, arrested riding stolen moped on bicycle path. He feels the type for some reason. Florida man attempts to pawn entire electrical breaker box. How much did he think he would get for that, you know? Like $8? Florida woman arrested after she entered a home uninvited and pepper spray. Florida man is walking to someone's house and pepper spray them? That is the same energy as playing a Zelda game and walking into someone's house and you start busting up their vases. Florida man faces up to 30 years for dumping water on older brother in argument over key lime pie. What? Huh? Faces up to 30 years for dumping water on someone? Was the water radioactive or something? I'm confused. How is this even possible? Florida man dressed in boxers, socks, and apron burglarizes Little Caesars Pizza. You know, it just sounds like the greatest state to live in. And look, I know all the other states have weird going on, but Florida just seems to be on another level, you know? Never a boring day. Florida man accused of leading police on chase that ended at his home in, I don't know how to say that, Hialeah? I don't know, who cares? Good Lord, okay though. They really brought out the army for that one. I know it's not the army, I get it. Florida woman goes for eye poke during dog poop dispute? Okay. I don't need context for any of these at all. They're more fun without. Florida man shoots his finger off testing a homemade firearm, is arrested for possession of a weapon by a convicted felon and possession. Oh, didn't think they gave a shit about possessing a weapon like that down in Florida, but there we go. Florida man, convicted felon, gets 6 years in prison after using Facebook to illegally sell guns. I like how this is just a picture of the Facebook app icon. That's great. Elderly Florida man slapped by nude Florida man swimmer at a Delray Beach park. Damn. Again, this place just sounds like fun. Also, I feel like there's too many Florida mans going around, okay? You don't have to have it 50 times in one sentence. We know where we are. Florida man was gifted framed snowflake secretly reading fascist. Hey, look, if that dude could read, I'm sure he'd be very upset. Florida man, 60, does 3,264 push-ups in 1 hour to break world record. How is that even possible? Did he maintain good form the whole time? Good Lord, must be jacked as hell. Florida man flees from cops on motorcycle, flips them off, runs red light, and gets hit by truck. Oh, great, what a fun end to the story. In that picture, he looks dead. This is weird. Florida man channels his inner sandwich artist, hops subway counter to make withdrawal from cash register, but he didn't make any sandwiches, so he doesn't deserve any pay. Florida man shoplifter living in $1 million home to rely on public defender. What? Alright. Florida man Republican legislator wants to ban EV owners from evacuating during hurricanes? What? So if you own an electric car, You're not allowed to save your own life. You're not allowed to follow the orders and evacuate. Is this guy basically just saying that if you own an electric car and a hurricane comes, die? Or is there some context that we actually do need here? I don't know how it could help, but still. Beachgoers report unexpected encounters with fat, naked Florida man. Where is he? Naked Florida man arrested after refusing to leave residence. That's the most boring goddamn one of all. Florida man was naked and wouldn't leave. Woo! Florida man arrested after attacking neighbor with broom handle. That one's somehow even more boring. Florida woman calls 911 to stop medical ride service driver going 97 miles per hour. What? Florida man, armed with flare gun and dive knife, threatened marina employees as he burglarized boats. Did he find anything good? Florida man exonerated of robbery charge, which he was serving a 400-year sentence for? So hang on, how much do you have to steal to be given a 400-year sentence in prison? No, I'm being serious. What did he steal? 15 Hope diamonds? What the Because there's no way that, while we know this man is innocent, we know this to be true now. Exonerated. He didn't do it. But seriously, I'm so confused. One man's under threat of getting 30 years for dumping water on his buddy, and this guy was given a 400-year sentence for stealing? I don't understand it, dude. Florida man runs into house on fire to hide from deputies? That's one solution. Florida man, egg assailant, targeting cars on McGregor Boulevard, as if that means anything to us, leaves neighbors with safety concerns. Okay. Florida man used stolen rental car for DoorDash deliveries, deputies say. Ain't gonna use my own. Florida man pleads guilty to $55 million investment fraud scheme. Let me guess, this guy's gonna get like 3 years, right? Like 3 years in prison, but the other guy gets 400, right? Am I correct on that one? Florida man shot by teenager over dispute about woman they were both seeing. Okay. Florida man still refuses to sell decades-old home surrounded by massive development. Hell yeah, dude. That's a win if I have ever seen one. Actually, there's a few houses around the country that are like that, where they refuse to sell, and now they've got a house in what is probably the most interesting way possible. Florida woman arrested for felony attack with an avocado at a senior living community. Avocado? Florida man sets house on fire to avoid losing his deposit. How does that work? Florida man drives drunk with 7-year-old in his car, hits sheriff's deputy. Well, that's some next level stuff right there. Are you serious? Okay. Florida man in a wheelchair and his Florida woman companion were arrested in an alleged shoplifting scheme at Best Buy. Alleged. Florida man leaves his DUI manslaughter trial for lunch, doesn't return, court records show. Yeah, I'm sure that'll work out for him. Florida man gets slapped with a wad of cash at a strip club. Cops say. Cool. Florida man hit dad in the face with a slice of pizza after learning he helped deliver him. So many of these are so freaking boring. Like, you guys, I can't be the only one that thinks that, right? Like, so many of these are just so stupid. I'm used to weird headlines coming out of Florida man. What is this? Florida woman busted trying to pass a drug test using soda and water? Elderly Florida woman in motorized scooter spotted along I-4 in downtown Orlando while being pursued by 2 police vehicles. Did she make it? Florida man at We Spy Coffee and More arrested over spying in men's bathroom. Gonna have to let that one sit in my brain for a moment. Florida man, state trooper and drug enforcement agency task force member arrested on drugs and weapons charges. Now that seems a little more like it. Florida man ordered to stay away from booze after DUI arrest while wearing only boxer briefs. Okay. Florida woman lawmaker files bill to make it illegal for dogs to stick their heads out of car windows? Wow, that's just pathetic. Florida woman calls for Sugar Daddy Mommy Appreciation Day at zoning board meeting. Sugar Daddy Mommy Appreciation Day. Go her. Florida man sheriff. See, Florida man sheriff? Stop. Blasts white supremacist morons for passing out flyers of him in a bra. Releases more pics of himself in women's clothes. Hell yeah. Florida woman loses her nipples after horrific Colombian plastic surgery? Is that the only thing she lost, like just the nipples? Florida man medic suspended after pronouncing a live man dead. They didn't try to bury him, did they? Or lock him in one of those stupid drawers? Florida man appointed to Disney Oversight Board believes tap water makes people gay. Of course he does. Yeah, of course he does. I give it like a year before this guy is caught doing some very gay stuff. Floridaman. Tent pitched as a temporary home for Fort Myers Beach Strip Club. Ah, the strip tent. Machete-wielding Florida man arrested after he threatened to kill everyone. I get that it's a threat, but I don't think he could realistically kill everyone, you know? Florida man picks up random kid, throws her from bus bench, is subsequently arrested, looking for another kid to throw. What the hell? See, this is more like it. God. Florida woman waves loaded handgun at McDonald's drive-thru after free cookie incident. And then there are some people that just have the saddest lives. Tampa, Florida woman makes $300 an hour as a topless maid. Okay, get that bag? What's the problem? If I could make $300 an hour as a topless maid, you bet your ass I'd be doing that right now. Florida man bonding out of jail is arrested and stays in jail after trying to use stolen credit cards to pay bond. Nice try, I guess. Florida man arrested for throwing an alligator through the drive-thru window at Wendy's. Yes, we've heard about that one. That's one of the first big Florida man stories that I know about. Don't know why it gets reposted so often, but here we are. It's still legendary.